Dreaming of a sun-soaked Mediterranean garden? You're in the right place. Today, we're sharing 10 beautiful plants that bring that relaxed, colorful Mediterranean vibe right to your backyard. Think bright bougainvilleas, shimmering olive trees, tall Italian cypresses, and the fresh scent of rosemary and lavender. These plants love hot, dry summers and mild winters, but with a sunny spot and well-draining soil, you can enjoy them almost anywhere, even in cooler climates. Let's dive in and bring a little Mediterranean magic to your garden. First up, no Mediterranean-style garden would be complete without the timeless beauty of lavender. This aromatic classic is practically the poster child for Mediterranean landscapes, with its soft, silvery green foliage and beautiful spikes of purple flowers swaying gently in the breeze. Lavender absolutely thrives in full sun and well-draining soil, and once established, it's incredibly drought-tolerant, making it a perfect choice for those hot, dry summers. The blooms aren't just pretty either. They're magnets for pollinators like bees and butterflies, and you'll love brushing past them and releasing that sweet, calming scent. For the best Mediterranean effect, plant lavender in masses along pathways, tuck it into rocky beds, or even grow it in terracotta pots for that classic courtyard feel. Plus, bonus, it's low maintenance, deer-resistant, and brings color and fragrance to your garden all season long. Talk about a win-win. Next on the list, the vibrant, unstoppable Bugunvia. If you want that bold, unmistakable Mediterranean look, Bugunvia is an absolute must. With its cascades of brilliant magenta, purple, pink, or even orange flowers, which are actually colorful bracts, this plant knows how to make a statement. Bugunvia thrives in hot, sunny conditions and loves well-draining soil. It's incredibly drought-tolerant once established, and the more sun it gets, the more it blooms. You can train it to climb trellises, spill over walls, or grow as a sprawling, shrubby ground cover. Just give it space to show off. A quick heads up, Bugunvia can have some thorny stems, so be a little mindful where you plant it. But for a burst of Mediterranean drama and color, few plants can match its breathtaking impact. Coming in at number 3, we have the wonderfully versatile rosemary, a true Mediterranean all-star. This evergreen herb brings together both form and function with its needle-like green leaves that release a fresh, piney aroma whenever you brush against them. And in spring, it surprises you with clusters of delicate blue flowers that pollinators absolutely love. Rosemary is the definition of low-maintenance beauty, tough, drought-resistant, and happiest in full sun with lean, well-draining soil. Once established, it practically thrives on neglect, making it a perfect companion for those hot, dry gardens. You can use rosemary in so many ways, as a fragrant hedge along pathways, a bold structural accent in garden beds, or even in a pot right outside your kitchen door for quick snips when you're cooking. If you're feeling creative, try trailing varieties spilling over stone walls or tall planters, or shape upright forms into neat low hedges or charming topiaries. Just remember, lots of sunshine and good drainage are the keys to a thriving rosemary plant, and it will reward you with year-round beauty and a constant supply of fresh flavor. At number 4, we have the ultimate symbol of Mediterranean charm, the majestic olive tree, or Olea europaea. Nothing captures that sun-soaked coastal vibe quite like the ancient, silver-leaved beauty of an olive tree swaying gently in the breeze. Its narrow, gray-green foliage shimmers under the sunlight, helping reflect heat and conserve moisture, a brilliant natural adaptation for drought-prone summers. Olive trees are remarkably hardy, thriving in full sun and well-draining soil, and once they're established, they can handle long dry periods with ease. If you live in a cooler climate, don't worry, you can still enjoy the Mediterranean magic by planting a compact variety in a large container and simply bringing it under shelter during the coldest months. And here's a handy design tip. Consider choosing a non-fruiting ornamental cultivar if you're planting near patios or walkways to avoid dealing with fallen fruit. Either way, an olive tree instantly brings timeless elegance and a relaxed, sun-drenched feeling to any garden space. Halfway through our list, and now we meet the iconic Italian cypress, the ultimate vertical accent for a Mediterranean-style garden. With its tall, slender, column-like shape, Italian cypress instantly adds drama, structure, and the unmistakable sense of Mediterranean sophistication. Native to the warm, dry hills of southern Europe, this evergreen thrives in full sun and well-draining soil. It's drought-tolerant once established and surprisingly low maintenance, growing upwards rather than outwards, making it perfect even for tighter spaces. Plant them in rows to line a driveway or frame an entryway for that classic villa look, or use just a few as bold, architectural focal points throughout your landscape. Wherever you place them, Italian cypress brings a timeless, elegant silhouette that truly captures the spirit of the Mediterranean. At number 6, get ready to awaken all your senses with the magic of citrus trees. Think lemon, orange, or even mandarin. Imagine stepping out onto your patio and being greeted by glossy green leaves, the intoxicating scent of citrus blossoms, and later, glowing fruits just waiting to be picked. That's Mediterranean living at its finest. In warm climates, you can plant a dwarf lemon or orange tree directly into the ground as a beautiful focal point. You'll enjoy not just the fragrant white flowers, but also the colorful fruits that follow, bringing beauty, fragrance, and flavor all in one. And don't worry if you're not in a subtropical zone. Citrus trees thrive in large containers too. Just give them rich, well-draining soil and full sun during the warmer months. In cooler regions, you can simply move them indoors or under cover during frosty weather. Citrus trees truly bring a multi-sensory experience to your garden: evergreen foliage, sweet perfume, and the reward of fresh, homegrown fruit. At lucky number 7, we have the cheerful and iconic geranium, or more accurately, Pelargonium. Nothing says Mediterranean village charm quite like bright red geraniums spilling over terracotta pots or bursting from window boxes against a sunny wall. These tender perennials have lush, rounded leaves and produce clusters of vivid blooms in red, pink, white, or purple, and they just keep blooming nonstop in warm weather. Geraniums are wonderfully tough too, with slightly fleshy stems that store water, helping them handle intense sun and dry conditions like pros. They're perfect for containers, hanging baskets, or planted as colorful borders edging a path. For a true Provence-inspired look, group several in weathered clay pots, or mix them with trailing vines for an overflowing, lively container display. Just make sure they get plenty of sunshine and allow the soil to dry out between waterings. They really dislike sitting in soggy soil. A little deadheading to remove spent blooms will keep the flowers coming all summer long. And with a bit of winter care, you can even enjoy them again next year. At number 8, let's add a touch of coastal elegance with the beautiful Agapanthus, also known as the African lily. Originally from South Africa, this stunning plant has found a beloved home in Mediterranean-style gardens. And it's easy to see why. Agapanthus features graceful, strappy, evergreen leaves and sends up tall, striking stems in summer, each topped with a globe of trumpet-shaped blooms, usually appearing in heavenly shades of blue or violet, and sometimes a crisp white. These flowers create an elegant yet relaxed look that's absolutely perfect for a Mediterranean garden. Plant Agapanthus in groups for a dramatic border display, or grow them in large containers to place poolside or on a sunny patio. They thrive in full sun, need well-drained soil, and once established, they're impressively drought-tolerant too. If you live in a colder climate, simply grow them in pots and move them into a frost-free garage or greenhouse over winter. In mild regions, leave them in the ground year-round, where they'll form bold, beautiful clumps that pair perfectly with silver-leaved plants and gravel mulch for that sunlit coastal feel. At number 9, we have the quietly elegant bay laurel, a true staple of Mediterranean gardens. Famous as the source of those aromatic bay leaves used in cooking, bay laurel is more than just useful. It's a stunning addition to the landscape, offering glossy, dark green leaves and a naturally sophisticated form. In the garden, bay laurel is incredibly versatile. You can prune it into neat spheres, classic cones, or allow it to grow naturally into an informal, lush screen. Nothing evokes the timeless Mediterranean courtyard quite like two potted bay laurels flanking a doorway or neatly clipped copiaries lining a sun-dappled path. Native to the Mediterranean, bay laurel is naturally drought-tolerant once established, thriving in full sun to partial shade with well-drained soil. It's happy in the ground or in terracotta pots, and container growing makes it easy to move them indoors during hard freezes if you live in a colder climate. Plus, you'll have fresh, fragrant bay leaves at your fingertips, combining beauty, tradition, and utility all in one elegant plant. From ancient Roman gardens to today's patios, bay laurel brings timeless grace wherever it grows. And rounding out our list at number 10 is the bold and beautiful oleander, or Nerium oleander. A classic sight throughout Mediterranean regions, oleander is beloved for its lush clusters of flowers that come in soft pink, apricot, vivid magenta, and pure white, blooming nonstop through the heat of summer. Oleander is as tough as it is stunning. It flourishes in the harshest conditions: blazing sun, sandy or chalky soils, even salt-laden sea breezes, making it absolutely perfect for a low-water Mediterranean garden. Its glossy, lance-shaped leaves create a dense, lush backdrop that shows off those vibrant flowers to perfection. You can use oleander as a striking flowering screen, a bold backdrop in a sunny bed, or grow a dwarf variety in a pot for a colorful accent on a terrace. Just a quick note, all parts of the plant are toxic if ingested, so if you have curious pets or small children, you might want to choose a safer alternative. Otherwise, oleander is wonderfully easygoing. It prefers poorer soils, needs only moderate watering, and benefits from a simple pruning after flowering to keep its shape. In cooler climates, you can enjoy it as a container plant, letting it bask outdoors in summer and moving it to a sheltered spot for winter. Its intoxicating blooms, resilience, and effortless beauty truly capture the essence of Mediterranean flora. And there you have it, 10 stunning plants to bring that timeless Mediterranean charm into your garden. From full backyards to sunny patios or a few pots on a terrace, there are so many ways to create a space that feels warm, relaxed, and beautifully alive. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more garden inspiration. Thanks for watching and happy planting!